So many of us are constantly trying to find ourselves, discover our purpose, and understand whether the things that we are doing are actually going to lead us to our goals. All of this overthinking can lead you to feeling lost and without direction. But even before we begin with this video, you have to know that patience and perspective is what will make all of the difference. The speech that I found addressed this best and helped me the most with this was Steve Jobs' 2005 Stanford Commencement speech. This is perhaps one of the most famous commencement speeches of all time because of 3 stories that he shared and lessons that he learned from them. I really think that these can help provide some clarity about how to think when you are anxious about how things will turn out for you.
It was impossible to connect the dots looking forward when I was in college, but it was very, very clear looking backwards 10 years later. Again, you can't connect the dots looking forward. You can only connect them looking backwards. So you have to trust that the dots will somehow connect in your future. You have to trust in something, your gut, destiny, life, karma, whatever, because believing that the dots will connect down the road will give you the confidence to follow your heart even when it leads you off the well-worn path, and that will make all the difference.
He learned this lesson from having taken a calligraphy class in college, where he learned about different aspects of typography. At this time, this was odd because there were no practical applications of it. However, 10 years later, he was able to incorporate the lessons that he learned about font and spacing and typography into the Macintosh computer. This shows that at the time, something that you are experiencing may seem like it will never have any use for you in your life, or it will never lead you to something else. But you will not know that looking forward. It's only something that you will understand in hindsight. And so the important thing to remember is that you have to trust that your journey is a series of dots that will connect you to where you're going to go. Even if it takes 10 or 20 years, believe that things will line up for you. Because once you do, then you will take the pressure off yourself and find your purpose by pursuing things that matter to you. Instead of carefully crafting your future in an attempt to line things up, truly put in the effort towards what it is that you care about, and trust that in the end your journey and experiences will add up and make sense to you.
Sometimes life's going to hit you in the head with a brick. Don't lose faith. I'm convinced that the only thing that kept me going was that I loved what I did. You've got to find what you love, and that is as true for work as it is for your lovers. Your work is going to fill a large part of your life, and the only way to be truly satisfied is to do what you believe is great work. And the only way to do great work is to love what you do. If you haven't found it yet, keep looking and don't settle. As with all matters of the heart, you'll know when you find it.
At 30 years old, Steve Jobs was publicly fired from Apple after his vision for the company didn't line up with the board of directors and the CEO. He felt like his entire focus of his adult life screeched to a halt. But then, despite what seemed like a grand failure, he realized that he loved advancing technology and building companies. So he started 2 companies called Next and Pixar. Next was then acquired by Apple, and he returned to Apple where he took it to greater heights than ever before. None of this would have happened if he wasn't fired from Apple. He could have accepted it as his fate, and there would have likely been no iPhone or iPad or even Toy Story. He continued to move forward though and kept doing what he loved, even if it meant starting from scratch. And that's what I think is most helpful for you to know, is that once you've found something that you love, you won't mind starting from the bottom, or putting in the extra hours, or even risking failure, because it's what gives you a sense of fulfillment. If you're still lost and trying to find yourself, keep trying different things. Expose yourself to different environments, people, job functions. You'll know when you're moving closer to it, or at least have a better sense of what it's not through trial and error. You won't be able to expand your mind and gain a greater understanding of yourself if you're stuck in your vacuum and you don't open yourself up to new possibilities. The voices and opinions around you might need to change, or the opportunities for you to try different things might need to shift a little bit. So this is in your hands. Put yourself out there and try different things. Keep looking. Don't settle. Guys, I hope you found this helpful. This is one of my favorite speeches of all time, and I think that there's so much gold in this that it was worth it for me to break it up into 2 separate videos where I could highlight certain points in this one, and I'll be talking a little bit more about how to spend your time and identify things that may be dissatisfying you in the next video. I hope you enjoyed this video and you gained some value from it. My name is Vihan Shalaya. Thank you so much for watching. See you next week.